Hello musical architects. If you're a music producer, you're probably familiar with sidechaining. We heard it so many times in the last decade with electronic music, especially with compressors. But did you know that you can use sidechain gates as well to create really interesting parts? Not only can you make a simple bass line, for example, lock into the drums and take on the rhythm of the drums, but it also ties your arrangement together and makes a good production without having to use Quantize all the time. Let's check it out. All right, welcome back. This is sort of a continuation of the quantization video I did. In the last video, I showed you how to quantize on different levels, from the very basic on-the-grid 16-note kind of quantization to adding swing, to adding or changing strength on certain notes, so we don't have to quantize every note the same way. We went further. We imported audio and quantized that the same way. We went even a step further. We took a loop that didn't have a traditional 16-note Western feel, and we made a groove template out of that. By extracting this, we could apply this Indian percussion loop feel to the other parts in our arrangement. All these loops were following basically this drum loop. But to tie it together, and alignment is the key here when we try to make rhythm and beats work, I want to show you one more option that includes sidechain. So let's say I want to create a quick bass line. I'm going to double this, Command D. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create the most simple bass line that I know works, which is the root note. I'm going to take these notes and delete all the upper notes, so it's just the bass left. I'm going to change this new track to a bass sound, and we're going to transpose this up an octave, 2 octaves. So this will just be on the bottom of the chord. But that's a bit boring, so we want to make this a bit more vibey. Number one, I can add sidechain the traditional way. We know this from EDM music so much. If I import myself a little quarter note kick, let's just mute the rest of it here. I don't even have to hear the sound of that. I can turn this kick off, no output, and use it as a silent trigger. I could go to the bass, add a compressor. This is the sound I want to affect, and sidechain it. So cosmic harmony kick, there we go. So that would definitely create a bit more of a fluctuation. If I wanted to, I could even take this and apply it to the electric piano. But what if I wanted to make the bass more rhythmic and tie it in with the rest of the percussive elements? I can do that with a different form of sidechain. Let's turn off the compressor here for a moment and get a gate instead. Noise gate, put it on the sound you want to affect, in this case the bass, and sidechain it to one of the percussive loops. Let's start with the Indian percussion loop. So if I bring up my threshold, or I could try the drum loop instead. This was the amber beat. Let's see what this would sound like if I tie the bass to. Maybe a bit more appropriate. And now the best part. On the bass, let's add the compression sidechain from the kick and the gate from the drum loop. So let's make sure we can hear this. Straight bass, gate, following the amber beat. Let's just set the threshold to pick up more or less notes, and then also sidechain it to the kick. So sidechain is a great other way to tie things together in the arrangement. The fun part is I could mute these triggers. I can turn off the Indian percussion loop if it's too much. I don't have to hear these trigger inputs. I can just use them in the background to trigger the gates. But gates are a great way to chaining things together and aligning things without quantization. I simply add a gate and then make it lock with a groove that way. I hope this makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments beneath, and I see you next time. If you want to dig deeper, feel free to check out my Udemy course, where I start from the very beginning of writing a song to the end of production and take you step by step through the process. Thanks so much and have a great day. No matter what, stay unapologetically creative.